Hi everyone, it's Rachel here. I am in my usual mess. I'll just show you how bad it is. This is the mess. Look at that. It goes all the way down the table and all the way across here. This is the mess. And I can guarantee you that my hair looks exactly like the mess on my table. And in my brain, I've got exactly the same mess going on because there's too much to do. So I just thought I'd put my video on because I'm way behind on my to-do list, including my giveaway preparation. And I was supposed to prepare it yesterday and everything just seems to move so slowly. And then there's always, we get invited places and it's just impossible. So I am making 14 journals. Altered book journals, some in really antique books that will probably go on my shop, and the other ones in books from say 1950 to 1970 something possibly, for the market. I haven't decided which ones are going in and which ones aren't, but I'm running out of, you know, handmade ephemera bits and pieces. So I was just sitting here making some madly. This is what I've made so far. I'm trying to go really fast, and as you saw in my quick glance that I did of my mess, I actually have so much scrap bits of paper that it's just like my little container's just flopping over all the time. So I'm just making some very quick cards. I really don't have many tags left, so I'm making some more tags, and I like these rectangle ones. I was inspired by Chrissy Crosser. And I'm just doing some quick cards to include in my journals, especially the ones that I sell on Etsy. And so I just thought I might put the camera on while I'm doing it. And I don't know if you're going to be seeing anything new, but so if you don't want to watch, you can switch off. So here's a journal that I am currently embellishing. This one, actually I can take those off. I've just clipped down, I glued on some pockets and I just clipped them in so they stuck down properly. This one is just waiting on some tags, and then I need to put, I've got a few tags in there, but I have to put things in all the pockets that I put in there. So that one will be ready to go. I just need to put a little bit of washi on the cover as well. And then the other ones, I finished another 3. God, I'm slow. It's incredible. This one is to die for. This one, I'll tell you the date. Look at that. 5 signatures in that one. And I haven't photographed anything yet, so I won't do any flip throughs until I'm ready to sort of put them in my shop. So this one will be going in my shop because it's super old. I just was looking for the first page so I could tell you the date. I think it's 1820 something, and it's so cute. Has heaps of pages, and in my usual style. Just trying to find the first page is in here somewhere in the first signature, and I'm not finding it. Oh, where did it go? It's there somewhere. I think I put things in a funny order. Let me see. Nope, I can't find it. Anyway, I think it was 1822, or I didn't cover it with that, did I? No. Has to be here somewhere. Is it that page? No. Well, it's there somewhere. I know I put it in there because I looked at it the other day. And I saw the date. That's not it. It might be. Maybe I accidentally put it into the second signature. Yes, this is the front. Is it in Greek? I don't know. Is it Greek or Russian? Who knows? I'm sorry if I'm speaking quietly. I have a very sore throat today. So does Lulu. Let's see. Oh, look, I can't find it. Anyway, when I do the flip through. Oh, here it is. Oh, 1826. It's in Roman numerals. So anyway, I'm not ready to do a flip through of that one yet. And then this one is finished. This was in an old hymn book. That my sister, they were throwing them out at school that she works. Oh, good. Oh, that my whole box. Oh, that's even more mess on the floor now. My whole box of But 2 boxes of fabric just fell on the floor. Isn't that wonderful? Needed that like a hole in the head. So I haven't finished. I've got to finish embellishing that one too. So that's an old hymn book, as I was saying. And then this one, I did it in a different way. It's a fabric cover, but I've actually altered a notebook. It's really good. Actually, I love this one. So yeah, I just need to put a bit of washi here and there, and then that one will be ready as well. And lovely cover on that one. And then I have these other ones here that I've sewn in the pages that I am now wanting to make. See, they have no pockets or anything in them. I'm now wanting to make, so I'll just show you the covers. There's that one, and then this one. Oh God, I love this one. This one was going to the markets. It's a big one. It's a big, you can see how big it is. It's got 4 signatures. So that still needs to have all of its embellishments done. And then this is another big one. This was going to market too, but I'm not sure. I like them so much. And this one also needs embellishments in it. That's one of the images from the book. And they were actually, I bought these at the thrift store, not at the antique market, but they're actually quite old books in the end, these ones that I bought, these bigger ones. So I think 1959 one of them was. So that, you know, if you think about it, that's what, 60 years old. So and what I did with all of the books this time, usually I put some paper across the spine, but this time, because some of them were quite weak, and I noticed that sometimes you know, the paper then eventually probably will give, I've actually this is hemp, and inside I might have put like a muslin or a cotton sort of in the spine as well to make them stronger. And then I have another big one. I'll just put those up there, hoping they don't fall down. I love this one too. This was a children's book from the 70s, and so I've still got to finish decorating that, but I love the way these covers turned out. I'm really happy with these. So anyway, that's what I'm up to at the moment. I've got to get those done. And then I have another 6 that I haven't stitched the pages in, which is the worst part. I hate having to, well, I dislike putting in the holes for the pages. So, I mean, I really am in such a flap and a fluster with this mess. But anyway, so let's get on. I'm just making, I've been watching, oh my goodness, I can't say her name. Yeah, oh no, I can't say her name. I have to write it down and then try and say it. She makes these big tags, so, or big journaling things. So I've got some bigger pieces of, I'm just gluing down this piece of fabric. Try not to put too much glue. She makes these big journaling sort of cardy taggy sort of things. So I thought I'll use some of my bigger pieces, but she does like all fabric all over them and stuff like that. So I'll just do them in my style. Maybe next time, or maybe if I remember in the box below when I write the description, I can put in who did it, who it is. So I'm just going to glue this down now. Lots of people ask me about my glues and stuff, so let's talk about the glue. Where possible, I'll use PVA glue because it seems to work really well. The glue that I just put on there it's actually written in Russian. I think it's Patex, and it's just a multi-purpose glue, but it's really good for fabric. And I've noticed that the fabric literally, if I've made a mistake and I try and pull the fabric off, it won't come off. So just making this is going to be like a big journaling card, or it could become a pocket, I don't know, or a flip out. So I'm just making them, as I said, because I like to have them ready. I think it really slows me down. Why are you not sticking? It really slows me down when I don't have things ready and I have to keep stopping and starting all the time. And so what else was I going to put on here? Let's see. Would we like a bit of this? I like that side. I don't want to put it there. Do I want to cover up that there? No, I don't. No. I don't think I want to put anything else on this one unless I put a little bit of this here. Let's see, let's just tear a piece off and see if we like it or not. I'm not very good with music notes. I don't know which way. Oh, there's a little thing there. I can see which way is up. I kind of like that there, so I think I'll put that there. And I'm just trying to go fast, so I'm just gluing on my table and then wiping it clean so I don't stick to where I glued. So I'll just put that there. I like that. And I'm going to put a little bit of something on the top, and now I'm in an even bigger mess. I could move all of this pile of mess over here. These are just all images that I printed that I might use some of them to make for journaling cards, or I like to decorate my first pages and of signatures and things. I think I like that. So let's tear it. I might use this piece. And I'll just tear. No, I can't tear it. It's such strong paper. It's just a piece of scrapbook paper. I'm just going to fold it. And I'm actually just going to use my and that one's going to be done. And you can write on the back, you see. I like that. So there's another one. Let's go to this big pile again and see what's going on. I have this. No, if I like that. Yeah, I might keep that. Let's do something on this side. So what I've been doing is I've got a big pile of old book pages. No tea dyeing needed because they are already, I mean, this is so frail, just so thin. So I don't know if I even like that side. Will I use that? Do you think it's too long? No, why don't we just have a big long one? No, not that glue. Oh, I was talking about the glue. Totally forgotten. So in this case, I would use just a bit of this glue down the center because as I do when I glue my pages together to make tags, I only do a little bit in the center because then I'm going to stitch around the edge. So there's really no need to, you know, it doesn't matter if there's not glue all the way to the edge there because I'm going to, as I said, sew around it. And that's what I do when I'm, if you remember, when I'm making the book page tags as well. So I will trim this off now, but I won't stitch around it until I've finished embellishing. So then I can catch some of the embellishment as well if it goes near the edge. I actually don't think I can work with this black and white framey sort of thing. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can trim it off again afterwards. I think I might have to cover that up. I'm not really excited about that. Let's see. So got all my bits and pieces here. I like that paper, but it doesn't quite cover it. Doesn't matter. Let's see what happens. So these I will try to glue better because only the outer edge will be caught by the stitching. So yeah, so that edge won't be caught by the stitching, and I might just overlap it so then I'll put something down there to cover that. Why don't I put this down there? Yep, let's do that. Whiz bang decisions today. Having a bit of a hot flush. The air, it's totally cooled down here. Well, it's back up to 32 today, but the humidity's gone. Just cleaning. The humidity's gone, so that's good. And but you know, it's going to be hot again today. Now, where's my drying one? Aha, I've lost it. Oh, what am I going to dry it with? Oh, here, it fell in the rubbish. In the paper rubbish. So it's cold at night now and warm in the day. So I think that's why the sore throat has come with the, you know, big changes in temperature. And so what was I saying about the glue? So I will use, for this sort of thing, I always use glue stick, or traditionally it was Yoo-hoo glue. But if it's like a thicker piece of paper, I will use the PVA glue because it's stronger, I think. Although this is pretty good, this quality of glue, and it also glues fabric as well. It's good for fabric, Giotto. Anyway, so yeah, I won't use wet glues on really thin papers or anything like that because obviously they crinkle. That's pretty. I think I'll glue that there. So now I'm going to put my glue here, I think. And just make sure I glue it across there. Okay. I don't know if I'm on the camera. I'm off the camera. I need to move over a bit, clearing away the mess. Okay, so I'm just going to put that there. And then let's trim it down. This is a really big tag. So we'll trim it down. Okay. So what I might do first is, oh no, I'm trimming. I was thinking I might stitch it, but then I started trimming, so there you go. The mind is slower than the hand. Okay. Okay, let me stitch that first. Sorry, you're just going to hear a bit of noise, and I'm not going to move my sewing machine into camera because it's quite far away from the camera. So I'll just quickly stitch around it, nothing too exciting to see. And the funny thing is, like, I even sometimes stitch onto the glue and it doesn't seem to clog up my needle. I just really need to use up some of these scraps. So, does this one need something else? Let's see. No, I quite like that. I'm liking really random things lately. So I have to make sure I glue that one down properly because I've already done my stitching. And just put a little bit there and there. So this is one that you can kind of write on the front and the other side. I don't think I'm going to put too much more on there. And the other side is just plain like that. And I like to put a little thing on top, and I might put a little bit of this antique trim. And those scissors don't cut, so I'll just grab this one, cut a little bit. Yes, I'm liking that. Put that up there. I think this time I'll stitch this on. Oops, my fingers are sticking to it. Okay, because some of the books are big, so they can take longer tags. So there's another tag done. And let's see what's my next piece. I'm making myself, see, I have all these scraps. I'm making myself go into my scraps and use those. So here we go. Let's make a little journaling card out of that. So let's glue this on there. See how we go. Which is the way is up on that one. That way. So just going to glue that one there. I'm not very good at being on screen today. So these are kind of like journaling cards come tags, because I'm not cutting the little diagonal sort of corners off. So they're more like journaling cards. I like this. Oh yes, I really like that. Just put that there. So I think I'll get the glue onto here, all over it. Let's just give that a wipe. Otherwise I'll be sticking to it. Dry it. Okay. Okay, let's see. Line that up. Great. Liking that. And I am thinking I might see, I've got a little box of images over here. Oh, she's nice on there. She can go on there, but I'm not going to stitch her on because I don't want the sewing lines through there. I'm just going to, oh, I'm running out of, the bottom is running out, just a sec. I think I'll get around. And I might just use my double-sided tape for this, because that will hold it. So double-sided tape. And as I said, I've said before, if you overhang with your double-sided tape, it doesn't matter, because you can, when you peel off the sticky bit, that one's finished, I'll just grab another one. When you pull off the sticky bit, you can just fold back over the overhanging piece and stick it on. So it doesn't, like there, it's just, I just make sure that was overhanging a little bit, so I just folded it back. So seriously, you're not seeing anything new here. I'm sorry about that. I did want to make a little booklet and do all kinds of things, but oh, I might do that that taggy thing that I had the other day that I didn't end up using. What a good idea. We'll do that. That's something newish. Okay, so she's on there now. I love that. I'm just going to stitch around the edges. Okay, and I'm going to do what? I'm going to staple some of this gorgeous, when I trim down pages, I've got some of this gorgeous handwritten old paper, and I'm just going to staple that at the top, and I like that. Yes. Get my trusty stapler, thank you. Okay. The other thing I want to do is I want to grab, I have these gorgeous, I don't know if you can see, it's sort of, I don't know if it's handmade paper or, but they're envelopes. And I put one in the back of this journal. Where did I put it? I've lost it now. Where's the journal gone? Oh, it fell on the floor. Here it is. So with this journal here, it's not quite finished. I decorated the envelope, and then it opens out so you can put things in there, and then I put a tuck spot there. So I think I'll decorate another one because they can go into another big journal. So first I put down some paper. This paper is from 1822. I've got the book over there that came from, but I haven't stitched the pages in, and I love that rough edge. So that's just going to be glued. Oh no, I'm not going to glue it. I'm going to just I'm going to use this. Yeah, it won't glue it because it's fragile, and when you're trying to pull the glue along on it, it's too thin for wet glue. When you're trying to pull the glue along it, it can rip. So I'll just put double-sided tape, and I'll put a piece diagonally across there so it doesn't lift. It's probably best. This bit's the most difficult bit to do. There. And I love the colour and the feel of this paper is amazing, and I love the type on it. Rip that off, there we go. So let's just pull that off. I've got my little paper bag rubbish down here. I just have a nice paper bag, you know, from when we bought something like at H&M for Lulu or somewhere, and I just have it open and I just drop my bits. Most of it falls in there, but about a third of it drops onto the floor as well. And then if I have my window open, it all flies around the house. So we have threads and papers flying around the house to sweep about 50 million times a day. Okay, so let's just stick that down. I don't know if I'm going to be very straight because I'm not standing up, but anyway, doesn't matter. It's a junk journal. It's not meant to be perfect. Okay, so that's stuck there. And then, where did I put my images? Over here. I had one that I'd already stitched around, and I don't know where it's gone. Here we go. Oh, I don't think I want to put that one. Did I use the other one? No, that one's too big. I want to cover up all the writing. That's nice. Put that one. Could put that one. I like that one. Let me see what else. Oh, I like the bird. Oh, this one might be nice. No, it covers the writing too much. Sorry guys, let's see. Maybe I can bring them over so you can see them too. Let's see. This is too big, too big. Here's some smaller ones. Let's put these. This one could be good. This one could be good. Let's have a look. That's too big. Too big, too big. Too big. That doesn't go with the theme. Well, not really the theme, but if I put like a painting from the 1700s, I do like to try and stay, even though not everything is from the time period. Let me see, what have I got? Oh, I do have that lovely lady that's in that style, but no, she's too big. And I like that one. And that's too big. There's that one. That's nice. I like that. Oh my goodness, my throat is so sore. Might have to. I'm having trouble speaking. It's getting croaky. Let's see. Cute little rabbit. These are all too small. No. Ooh. No. Oh, that could be cute, but no. Just trying to go fast. No. Too big, too big. Okay, it has to. Oh, I like that. But it's too big. Need to print them smaller, because I print these out because they're often what I like to use on the covers. And I did a whole lot of printing the other day because I knew I was making a lot of journals over these next couple of weeks. Could cut that down. No. Okay, I'll choose from one of those ones that I put aside there. That one's nice. Let's see. Some of them I haven't even cut out properly. No. Okay. They're all too big, these ones that I'm looking at. Just move you over a little bit. That's nice. Let's see, I'll trim that one down. These are all too big. That could be nice. These are all too big. Big, big, big. Too big, too big, too big. Huge. That's going to be made, those are going to be made into journaling cards. And that can be a journal card too. Okay, so let's just quickly trim around these and see if we like any of these. So I just drop it onto the ground. It's landed in my bag, thank goodness. That's that one. Let's just trim around this one. I think I do. I don't know if I've got one of these with Botticelli on. No. But one of the other ones does, I think. Or did I already do that one? Oops. That'd be a nice tag. I think I'll keep that one as a tag. Nope. So I think one of these will go on there. That one. Put it down lower so you can see the... No, I like it like that. Or that one. Or that one. Maybe the first one. So I'm just going to... Oh, I have to change my bobbin. Finished. Okay. So let's do this envelope, and then I'll do the other tag, the double tag that I wanted to do. Okay, so that's ready to go. Let's just stitch around here. I can't obviously stitch onto here because it's an envelope, and I don't want to stitch it closed. Unless I were to cut it open, and then I could do it. And then stitch it closed again. And I'll just use double-sided tape for this because that'll hold it. Now the other thing I want to do is, I have this lovely, where did I put it? Oh my word, I can't find anything. Oh, there it is, under there. Okay, good. I'll show you in a sec. When you're in a hurry, things don't work. Lulu, yeah? How are you feeling? So Lulu has a raging sore throat. She really always, in winter, gets terrible throats. Really terrible. But she doesn't get a fever anymore, so the doctor said the tonsils won't come out, but they're always big. So maybe slowly as she's getting older, it's getting a little bit better. And I think I already like this. I know I use this a lot, but I love it. I put it now. I think I'll put it there. I like to overlay it a little bit. So let's glue that on. And I'm just using glue stick. Glue stick is fine. There. And I want to put something there. Let's have a little thinky. Probably something with a little bit of colour, because, no, this little piece here, no, just because it's all very pale. Have this is just a little detail, and oh, I quite like that. Let's put that there. That's my tummy because it's lunchtime. Just put a little detail there. And that is done. Ready to go into a journal. I like that. It's very beigey, but it's nice. And then so if you wanted to, you could do some stamping, like with writing there if you wanted to. Or just leave it. You could even journal there. Just leave it and journal. So the other thing I had here was one of my photographs from Verona, actually 2 photographs. I'm thinking I'm going to make those into big journaling cards. They would be nice as backgrounds on a, what's it called, on a tag as well. But I think I'm going to make them into big journaling cards. And the way, it's very simple. What I'm going to do is find a piece of, old piece like that. This is quite thick. This, oh, it's two. This is old book page from one of the books that I just altered, and it's all speckledy, so I think I'm going to put some glue there, glue that on there, and then I'm going to trim it. No, I'm going to stitch around it first. Just bear with me a second. Okay, so let's just trim this off. I wonder if I would like that folded over. Oh, I do. Might just stitch that down. So I just folded that extra bit over just to, I don't know why, I just like it. And I need to trim down, maybe, do we want the rough edge? No, I think I'll trim it off. And it's a nice thick old paper. And because you know, the paper of the that I printed on is not that heavy, it's just a nice weight now. And you could decide to put something on there, but I don't know. I kind of like it how it is. Let's have a little look. See if we like it. That's nice on there. That's quite nice. Let's see, this one's okay. Maybe this one. No. Sorry, just flicking through quickly. What would I like to see on there? Oh, I like that one. Got it. Just trim it down. So trim that one down. I'll stitch around it and just stick tape it on. Okay, sorry for the silence. Okay, that's going to, oh, do you think it's a bit blendy? Might be a little bit blendy. Be better with something behind it. I don't know. I think it's too blendy. Back to the drawing board. Let's see. No. 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 Oh, well, it could go the other way. Oh, I like that one too. Let's see. Oh, I'll just sign off and I'll have to do a part 2.